my god, we just did it for the 3rd time and we finally got the good ending.
Yes, we survived.
We survived.
We did not die.
We didn't know you are dead for us. Alright, so it's been a couple of days since we experienced the walk-through attraction at Joypolis.
Because we have jobs.
Well, also it was like late when we finally did go. We went through 2 more times, and by the time we did that, it was like, okay, let's go home.
Yeah.
Let's go home. And also, it's kind of good because it like gave, I think, us a chance to kind of like remember all the little things. I've got like this mess of all of this stuff that I was like, oh no, what about I forgot? I don't share that, or I forgot about this. Actually, there's only one thing that we actually forgot was we didn't mention that there's a painting in the front room.
Oh yeah,
above the lamp. It's like our favorite painting in the whole fucking game of the creepy hooded
lady.
thing, like
lady?
that thing. We don't know. I think it looks like a kid. Looks like a kid to me. But, yeah, that's sitting above the lamp in the picture of, Jack and Marguerite. That was the only thing that, like, at the end, after while I was editing, I was like, we didn't mention the painting! And it was cool.
It is cool,
It was cool. They had that.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, the second time we went in, it was us. A kind of, like, youngish, like, working, like, a professional couple slash date night thing happening, where she has, like, she owns, like, 5 purses, and he's got his, like, work bag, and, like, and then 2 20-something-year-old girls, and, like, one of their younger sisters who was, like, 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I felt terrible for her. I would never let my kid go in there. Like, I know that, like a haunted house, okay, that's one thing, and they're like, you know, I went in one when I was 11.
There was a whole group of kids, you know, so that group way ahead of us. There was a group that was just children. Like, it's in the video, like, and it's they ran out screaming.
But considering how tame that haunted house is, that's fine.
Yes,
but I don't think that people know that going in, and then you watch I mean, if you watch the trailer,
the trailers are pretty intense, you know. But
I don't have kids seeing that. Like, I mean,
they're not so. I guess they're not so strict on that.
All right, yeah, life scars.
I don't know.
That's fine.
You know,
that's fine. I got mine somewhere else.
We got we got a different guide this time. It was the dude. There was a dude working there. Captain Max. And you had to you had to repeat to them, like, what's my name, basically, like, call me by my character name.
Practice
calling me that. And it's like, ready, go. And it's like, Captain Max. Yes.
He was hilarious.
He was hilarious.
Just a comedian,
he just like looked over. He's like, is Japanese okay? Japanese.
Yeah.
Is Japanese okay? Yeah, it's fine. Great. Okay, I don't have to worry about anything. But he still kept trying to use random English. Like,
yes.
Let's go. Here. Exit.
This way.
This way. Like, oh yes. You know, I don't even just like, okay, dude. Massive comedian the whole time. Like, he did not. Very funny. He did not at any point. There was no point at which he was like scared. Like, the female guy tries to like play up being like a bit spooked about the whole thing, and he's just like, he just spends the whole time being like, oh, well, that was startling. Yeah. And then like if something really freaks people out, he literally like runs up and starts like pelvic thrusting, like, ha 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 ha, like, ease the tension.
Yes.
Like. It's so Japanese. Like, I hate to use that phrase, but that's Japanese humor.
Like, comedy style, dude. And he even said that, like, because there was something he did.
Oh, yeah,
and the girls got, like, pissed off at him or something because, like, it scared them or something. Like, he startled them because he said some Japanese joke really loud, like, in their face or something. I don't know. And he was like, it's a Japanese joke. Like, this is Japanese humor.
This is Japanese humor.
Or whatever.
you silly Japanese girls.
Yeah. Like, they got it.
But yeah, so that was kind of hilarious because, like, I mean, the bros we went through the first time, they were freaked out, but they weren't like screaming.
No, yeah.
Whereas, like, these, like, you said the little girl, like, kept grabbing onto you, right?
Yes, I don't think she realized who I was at all, and I don't think she cared.
Was just like, ah!
She grabbed in the kitchen, like, when you have to search for the key, she just grabbed right on my arm, and I was like, well, honey, I mean, all right, like... Yeah, I'm a teacher. This is my natural instinct.
Yeah, right? But her sister, at a certain point, was like, on me. She didn't grab on or anything. She was just like, ah! And I'm like, I don't know you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Those girls, like, pushed into me. Like, not to shove me out of the way.
No, they were
genuinely
that scared. They were that frightened of, like, what was going on.
It wasn't scary, guys. I don't know. It was like, there was this, when I went to Disney Sea, the one with, the Tower of Terror. We waited in line there, you know, and it took ages, right? And I'm there for I think it was like 2 hours it took us to
I think it took, when I went to the one at MGM, it took like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get through the line.
That's probably on a good day too, you know? And I had to listen to this woman behind me, full-grown woman, maybe was older than me at the time, I don't know, but, like, whine at her boyfriend about, like, crying, like, it's scary, it's gonna be scary, scary, and then it's like, well, fucking leave, like, like, you can leave anytime, and you can leave, like, I should have turned around and just been like, bitch, leave.
To just leave. You could go.
Like
I guess that is the one, like, they were really, like, freaked out in there, but they didn't do that going in. They were like, selfie time! Yeah. Okay, yeah, I have to, like, decipher my notes, because I would write something down, and then I'd think of something else, and I'd draw arrows and stuff. It suddenly dawned on me. So, let's see. First, we went into the main room.
Yeah.
And... Oh, should we turn on the lamp? Of course, the three girls were like, yes! Actually, the couple were with us. We were like, nope.
Yeah.
So
they got outvoted.
They got outvoted, so we did not turn on the lamp. And so he just used his flashlight to be like, oh, look at this picture of this couple. You know? And then we went into the room with the piano and everything, and he was kind of like, he didn't really care how we voted on the lever, I don't think.
No.
He was determined to make one of them pull it.
Yeah.
Because we were willing to do it.
Yeah.
No one else was. So he, like, grabbed the woman on the date and was like, come on, madam, please pull this. And she'd be like, but she's, like, also, like, holding on to the guy, like a child who doesn't want to, like, reach out and touch something, like, oh, the deep end of the pool or something, you know, like, I can't. And he finally got her to pull it, and, you know, the ceiling fan just went off. And he didn't ask anybody to pick up the tape, he just put it in, which makes me think that the tape doesn't matter. That they're encouraged, that you're supposed to say yes, and they'll probably override you if you say no, because it's promotional for the game, so... The videotape doesn't matter. He just was like, "Hey, a tape!" and like put it in.
It's also like it leads into
this, you know, us getting chased out of there. So, which kind of has to happen no matter how you've been doing your choices. So you've got to move it along. You can't just be like, "And now we shall calmly open the door and just walk down this." What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Did you notice? I don't think the slow moving voodoo doll ever happened again. It never happened again. So I think
it must have been broken because it was like, and like not in a scary way. Just kind of like,
I thought I might have made a connection between like us, because like the moment we got into the mannequin room, the little girl pulled the blinds on one of the windows because she was just spooked. She was just like, it's a window, and like ran over and was just like, ugh. She didn't do it to both of them, so I don't think she knew what was going to happen. She was just like, ah! You know, she went into the corner and was like, ah! So then it was kind of like, well, we should probably, like, we didn't know what to say. We were just like, should we draw the shit? Yes, we'll draw the other one. So, like, hey, dude on a date, go do that. And then you still see, like, the light and hear Marguerite and,
coming for ya.
Okay, here I come. Oh, we didn't mention that, like, in that room there's, like, a bloody body of, a previous investigator that has, like, the same jacket that the guy
I didn't see it the first time around.
I
think because I was, like, like, still, like...
So, it's there. I noticed it, but, like, it just didn't really... It was just like, oh, well, of course.
Because they call in at the start. They're like, "Hey, my partner,
went dude, in first. What's up?"
Supposed like kind of mirroring the game.
From RAP, R-A-P.
Yeah.
What even was it? It was like ruins and something, and ruins and photography. I don't even know. It was something like, oh dear.
Yeah.
What is this abbreviation you have discovered? Like,
yeah, I did it.
And, ooh, you came really close to something a lot worse.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say a lot worse. I love rap. Oh, that's terrible. I meant actually bad.
Right.
Now that I have outed myself as a white girl, you couldn't tell before.
Fucking leaving. Yeah. But so they called to their partner at the start before you go in there. They're like, "Hey, bro, like you're already in there. What's up?" And then they're like, "Oh, they're not answering. Like,
well, let's go."
And then
better go check it out.
And so then
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah. So then you Leroy Jenkins in there. And then, so then when you find the body, it's supposed to be like, they're like, "Oh, my partner, no!" You know, and so that's supposed to be that moment, but I didn't see it the first time around, so I didn't know what
I noticed, but, like, there's so much other shit. Yeah, there's the doll, and there's Marguerite. There's so many other things happening in just the mannequins being there is creepy, so it's just like...
I thought something was gonna happen.
Yeah, me too. I thought, like, one of them was gonna lose a head or something.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're...
Silent Hill coming.
They're not set up well enough to do the thing that some of the really fancy haunted houses do, where people actually are like living statues and stuff. That would be really cool.
Oh my god.
What? Oh, let's see. What did he do? Oh yeah, in the kitchen looking for the key. He carefully was like, whoop, and like put it on the top of the microwave and was like, "Hey, little girl, look, the key."
Yeah. That was good.
What was it? Did we open the microwave that time? I think we opened the microwave that time because nobody was opening it, and I was just like, oh no!
Like, scare these bitches! Scare these bitches! Like,
oh, that's unfortunate. It was always funny because we were always laughing. Like, even if something startled us, it was always just like, haha, that's great.
Yeah.
It was great. We're just laughing the whole time. I'm sure they thought we were like crazy foreigners. Like, wow. That's how Americans respond to danger. No wonder they have so many guns. Like,
what? I've seen those commercials for guns for children. You know, like, well, you gotta start them early. You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, you know. Let's see. Trying to think. We all voted to go through the door. Mm-hmm. Every single one of us. Yeah. Everybody voted to go through the door.
Yeah. I don't know if we should say what happens though.
It's not a good idea.
I mean, I don't want to tell them how to get through it.
I'm not going to share. I would just, do it. But keep in mind, once you've done it once, you're going to want to go the other way.
Yeah.
Go the other way. Don't go that way. I just thought it was great that we all were just like, yes, that way.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
That's not what
I wanted. Okay.
Yeah.
So you end up in the same dining room, and you do the code, and we voted to answer the phone again. But this time we paid closer attention, and since we'd been through before, we'd heard Marguerite's Japanese voice a little bit more.
Yeah. Because I don't know. We played the game in English, so I like. And the English voices are the original voices?
Yes.
So, like...
I think they only have the Japanese voices on because you can't subtitle an attraction.
Yeah.
So it's easier to have the Japanese voices on and have the majority of people going through understand everything that's happening.
Yeah. And I mean, the Japanese game defaults, I think, to Japanese as well. But, I think most people play it in English. Yeah.
I've yet to see actual gameplay done in Japanese outside of...
Because it looks awful.
It does look weird. Because I mean, the mouth
like Godzilla-tastic.
The mouth movements are already like the weakest point of the animation because they wanted to try to leave it open for the different languages and stuff. And that's not also just what how they chose to do their mocap is just probably how it happened. Definitely not the strongest. So like it looks particularly weird and. I don't know, unfortunately with Japanese voice acting, everybody just sounds like an archetype. everybody. And that's how they do it.
It's all
that's how the acting is done. Everything is in archetypes. You fit your archetype, and if you do it well, you get the gigs.
Yeah.
So like, Jack was just the typical kind of dude, and it was just like, okay, he doesn't sound particularly interesting. Like that's the kind of voice that if you put it on a different kind of character with a different background, with a different, if you put him in a real Gotoku game, in a Yakuza game, it would be fine.
Right.
But that's not who Jack is.
Hey, pro tip about Yakuza. When you're walking around the red light district here in Tokyo, and they're doing a promotion for the new Yakuza game, like a collaboration with like Dunkin' Donuts or something like that. Or maybe it was takoyaki or something like that. And I was like, hey, Yakuza, don't do that. Don't do that. Because they're there.
They're there.
They own everything there. So
don't do that.
Don't point at something and go, hey, Yakuza, because they don't call the game Yakuza here.
No,
don't call it that when you come here. Because I was like, hey, Yakuza, game, the game, that game. あのゲーム、わかんないタイトル、わかんない、あのゲーム。Like, I was genuinely frightened. I left quickly. Because I was with a friend and I was like, hey, Yakuza! Really, no, in that, it was that loud.
Everybody goes.
And there were probably like 5 of them.
If you want to know how to tell the difference between hosts, pimps, and Yakuza, ask me sometime off camera. I know the difference.
I think if you go, hey, Yakuza, and they look angry.
And they look pissed off.
It might be a hint.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did not look around. I did not waste time.
You're just like...
I fucking ran away.
Goodbye.
Like a bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, anyway,
so let's see.
We got caught again by
the phone, we figured out, we listened more carefully this time.
Yes.
And we heard her voice more, and it was like, oh, it is Marguerite on the phone.
Which, we
immediately was like, that's what does it. Like, you stand no chance, even if you've done everything else right. If you answer that phone, there's no way you're going to not get bad. And which I don't remember if the girl actually called it that. I know she alluded to the idea that you could make other choices, I think.
Yeah.
But when
I think she did. I don't know.
I think she did, but like when we went into the barn with Captain Max, this time, like, when the you are dead thing happened, like we went into the barn, I was like, oh shit, I bet we're gonna get it again.
Yeah.
Shit. And the you are dead thing happened, he's like, Padendo! Like,
oh yeah, that's right.
Oh!
Yeah, and we were like,
oh darn.
So
immediately we come out of there, we look at each other, we're like, do it again? Yeah, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah, we don't do bad endings,
We don't do bad endings, no.
We ain't no noobs.
No. So we immediately got back in line again. We were the only people in line again, but eventually some dudes came along.
They must have been in junior high school or
something.
Like third year junior high school or first year high school. Yeah. I don't know which one.
Yeah.
But
they were...
It
was...
third year junior high school was my sense. So they were hilarious.
They were funny.
But we had all been... So we got the girl guide. We got the same one.
Same girl. Kari-an.
Yeah. Kari-an. But we were supposed to call her Karida.
Oh, yeah. Karida.
Yeah. Because, they like those puns out here. Like, Rirakuma, right? Relax bear. Rirakuma. Relaxu. Kuma. Rirakuma! It's like, we like that. Alright, us people. Anyway, so it was the same girl, and she recognized us, obviously, because,
and I think the ticket tells them also, like, what you'd done that day, so it was like, we were on our 3rd time. Like, she was like, oh, number 3! I was like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was like, oh, 3 times! I was like, yep.
Yeah. And, the boys as well had been through, but I don't know how many times.
At least once before.
Yeah.
Probably, I think only once. She didn't say, but probably, based on our interactions for the rest of the journey.
They were lucky they were with us.
They were lucky. They were going to make some bad choices.
So, yeah, I mean... and the boys kept kind of giving, like, trying to be funny and, like, gave her a hard time about
They
something.
did. They tried.
It was funny, but, like,
it was, and she kind of just rolled with it. They kept being like, you know, it was the picture of Jack and Marguerite. They're like, oh, it's Carrie. That's Carrie Ann. It looks like you. And she's like, shut up. Like, that's not me. Dumbasses. And what was it? First thing, it's like, should we turn on the lamp? And one of the boys just goes, no.
Yeah. Because we were like, should we turn it on? So, like, why can't I think of...
I don't remember. I think did she specify, because I don't remember exactly. Did she specify, because, like, usually they just want you to, like, vote, just, like, really quick vote. But I feel like she said something about, since we'd all been through it, we could talk.
Yeah.
Because it was like we'd be spoiling anything for anybody else. Since we'd all been through it, we could actually, like, we didn't have to just vote. We could, like, look at each other and be like, I don't know, man, like, I think a thing's gonna happen, like... I can't remember what she said exactly.
Yeah, and then I think she was like, "Tsuketa hoga ii hito," like, who thinks we I can't translate for shit. Who thinks we should turn on the light, you know, basically, and you're supposed to go hi or like no or whatever. But and yeah, we were like, you know, it's gonna or whatever, and
no,
and yeah, the guy next to me is like, he's like, no, you know, and his friend, and I was like, oh, sugoi, you know, like, because
English,
it's one word,
because they do the same thing to us. You say, oh, arigato, and they're like, oh, sugoi, you speak so much Japanese, it's so good, and you're just like, oh my god. Even if your Japanese is fine, you're just like, oh my god, please, like, I know you're trying to be polite, but please stop. Please stop. So we're just doing this, just giving him shit, doing the same thing back.
Like, you shouldn't be praising me. You should be like, yes, you're meeting the minimum requirement. Whereas, like, you know, in the case of, like, a Japanese person speaking English to me, I'm always like, oh, wow, that's great. You know, they don't have to.
They don't have to.
Like,
but we are also giving them shit, because it's, like, one word, and it's like, good job! Like, wow! What a good job you did!
And, yeah, so I was like, sugoi, or whatever, and you know, he was like, you know, whatever, and his friends were like, that's the only thing you could say in English, so don't be all proud about it, or whatever, and he's like, shut up, I can speak English, whatever, and we're like, alright, we're gone.
Wherever we go, into the next room, Carrie-Ann is like, let's go. Let's see, did we pull the lever?
Yeah.
I think we did. So yeah, the lever doesn't really seem to
matter.
I think
because it leads
I think you have
into
to do it.
finding the tape.
Yeah, and the tape has to happen. So
yeah, and there wasn't that much of note. I mean, it wasn't much different. No, you know, we were just trying to be careful.
Yeah, we were just being
we drew the shades.
We drew the shades. We did draw the shades. We went to the kitchen. She actually did hide the key.
Yeah.
She actually hid the key.
Would have been much better
idea, just in general. I think they should always, you know, like, before coming out, they should just hide the key.
Yeah. It's fun.
Or you know, have, like, the person who's passing through to make sure there's no... I'm sure they have somebody pass through after each run to make sure nobody, like, stayed behind that got missed and is, like, gonna jump out and scare people or, like, whatever. Because that's, you know, that's what they do here. They're less likely, you know, they're not gonna have a gun to shoot people. You know, they're just gonna jump out and scare you. So, like, they should be hiding the key. Because there's so many hiding places in that kitchen. You could put it in a different place every time.
Yeah, every time.
You could go through it a million times and never be the one to find the key.
Yeah, like, and there are many, but not so many that it would take ages for people to find it. Because I think that's why they weren't doing it. Is because it's like, it could take forever.
But with that many people looking, and for how long they make you pretend to look anyway, like, that's only as long as it took. So, she did hide the key. One of the dudes found it in the trash can. It was in the trash can this time. And, so... We moved on, everyone was, and we all kind of looked at each other. Curtain, yes, curtain, we are going to the
think immediately we were just like, Kochi!
Yeah, everyone, Kochi! There, through the curtain, she's like, are you sure? Yes!
Like, oh,
okay.
Fast decision.
I'm like, yep, that way. So...
Okay. Then we get to the phone.
Oh yeah, right? the phone. The phone was the part where...
And, like, I just reacted viscerally, okay? Just, like, so I wasn't...
The boys kind of looked at each other like, yeah, maybe, like,
they were thinking about answering the phone. And we wanted to see what happens if you don't, right?
Don't do it.
And, so we, like, it just came out of my face. Like, I didn't try to use any proper Japanese. I could have been like, no, I believe it is a bad idea to answer the telephone at the moment. I think we should not. But no, I was just like, damn it!
Yeah.
You know, like
I just echoed. I was just like, yeah, no, damn it.
The guys were like,
like a bunch of little kids being like, yeah, damn it. It's like, they're like, damn it. It's like, yeah, no. Like,
that was the most intelligent explanation I could come up with. Just no.
Don't do it. Just don't do it. And they were like, okay, yeah, no, we're not going to answer the phone.
Yeah.
Like, and then we solved the code thing. She was like, y'all are experts at this. Call out the numbers. Like, let's go.
I can't say I'm fast enough, so I didn't. By the time I would be like, son, they would have already said that code.
I think there was
like,
one.
Numbers are hard.
I think there was one that they gave her, and then she was just trying to give them shit back because they'd been giving her so much shit, and she kept repeating it like, "Are you sure?" Let's see. They still take you into the barn. So in that moment, it was kind of like, maybe you always get that. Maybe there's really only one ending, and they're just encouraging you to like, you know, just see all the things there are to see. And I was really weirded out because at first I thought it was just a person dressed up as Marguerite who was coming down the hall with the lantern.
Yes, me too.
But then it seemed like, at least, it seemed like, because like I thought I saw a T-shirt. And so I was like, that's weird. And then I looked, and it seemed like, even though the person definitely touched the door and everything, it seemed like Marguerite's hand went beyond that. So I'm looking at her like, is that a fucking hologram? Like, are they projecting? That was the second time. This is are they projecting onto her? I don't know. Because it's so dark, it's like, maybe my eyes are just like,
but no, that it was her.
It looked it was fucking Marguerite. It wasn't somebody, but it was like being projected onto someone who was just kind of vaguely.
Because, it totally was. Because that third time we went through, it didn't work.
Yeah, no, it didn't work. It didn't work. There was like just like a person with like a wig.
Yeah.
In like
I don't know what
a shirt and pants.
If that was like, supposed to be like Mia or like I don't know. I don't know. But there was no. She even have a lantern? I don't even know. Like
I saw the light starting to come, but then once it goes out, it's out.
Yeah.
So I don't know that the person. I don't think the person was holding anything. And the thing is that here. Okay, so here we go. We're getting to the differences. The differences. When you die, there's kind of like bursts of air. Like she starts really trying the door, and there's bursts of air, and it's whoa, you are dead. Okay, they caught you. This time, Marguerite actually manages to open the door a little bit, and then her attention gets drawn back behind her by a noise or something.
Yeah.
And she goes back the way she came.
Yeah.
And then your guide is all like, let's go! Like, Jack's gone, Marguerite's gone, like, let's go! Alright, shall we do, like...
Should we tell them? I mean...
How about this? How about hashtag major spoilers? So if you're never going to go to this attraction...
Yeah.
If you're never going to be able to visit it...
If you don't live in Tokyo
or have plans to visit it within the near future...
Yeah.
And... you don't care about having what happened, if you don't mind having the good ending spoiled for you.
I mean, still, I recommend you go support the attraction.
Go.
You know, they request that we don't tell people how to get the ending or what happens.
Yes.
They actually ask you not to tell people. So maybe we're shitheads. If we are, I mean,
well, guys, we don't have to give super details.
That's fine. I mean, they can also tell us to take our video down, which is fine too. But I mean, somebody had to have talked about it. You know, we can't be the only people talking about it. But, and again, we're doing this for people who can't go.
Yes.
Like,
exactly.
You know, if you live in New Mexico, you can't
go. So.
Certainly not on the wages that everybody's making, like everybody like us and people back home are making. No fucking way, man.
Okay. So this is for if you cannot visit yourself, then this is for you. And that's that. If you do have the ability to visit, click away now. The garage door is a thing.
Yes. She mentioned the garage door being like, hey, that looks suspicious.
Why is there a garage door?
Yeah, I think it's a decoration. Like, I had no idea.
So, there is... Basically, you get pulled back out of the barn, and you kind of make a little diagonal towards where Jack was.
Yeah.
And you go in to what turns out to be the Baker garage. Just how it was in the game with all the shelves, or not exactly, but like shelves, and then there's sort of a something that's meant to be like a window, and there's a projection of Jack. And he's talking, and he's like, "Ha-ha! You know, I found you!"
Yeah.
And
it's rather alarming, actually, like, because you really don't know what's going to happen, and...
Especially after you've been through it twice, and you're like, "Oh, there is it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you're like looking in all directions, just like, okay. Yeah. What's going to happen? What? Huh? And then, hello, Jack!
Yeah.
Here's Jackers!
He's there behind you can see him behind the shelves.
Yeah. So it's kind of a barrier to keep people from actually being able to go up and touch the
stuff.
Anything back there. I wasn't even trying to hear what he was going on about.
No, me neither. I was just looking around.
Luckily enough, there just happens to be a gun in the garage that our intrepid guide grabs, and she's Karida. She grabs it, and she's all like, "I'm so sorry that I have to do this," or like whatever. I don't know. She like apologizes, like I'm sorry, I have to shoot at him. You know, I can't believe, you know. And I guess, you know, in a country where there's, like, almost no such thing as gun violence. Like, it's just unheard of. It's like, you own a gun, you're going to jail!
Yeah.
Like...
Unless you're in the... Don't say it. In Kabukicho. Don't say it.
Unless... or you're a cop.
Yeah.
Those are the only two reasons why you might have one. Yeah. So yeah, and she she pretends to fire at the projection, and things fall down in front of it, so you can't see Jack anymore. Yeah. And then...
And that was alarming as well.
That was just like, oh, wow,
they really loud.
They really went for it here. Like, whoa, holy shit, like, cool. And then you hear... Vroom, vroom, and
and I think I even said, like, seriously? like, just in English, like, seriously? Like, is this happening?
Like, what the fuck? And here he comes, Mr. Baker!
Drives
the front of his car anyway, like...
Through the wall.
And
it's very
comes
convincing.
all the way up to the shelves. Yeah. It doesn't quite knock over the shelves, but it comes right up to the shelves that are at the barrier between us and the car. And
it's really alarming because it's convincing. It's like a regular sized car.
It's very convincing. It's not like I would not have expected anything that convincing from this attraction.
No.
Like at all. Like it's just fun, but I did not expect anything that convincing.
Especially after and stuff. It's kind of like it's one of those.
We're just like, holy shit, what? And of course all of us are getting really excited because we're all like, yeah, we did it! We got a different room, woo! And then it's like, okay, we need to get out of here, like, man, like, and she, like, the garage door jams, like, it won't open, and then, like, she finally gets it to open, like, after the car attempts to come through, and she hits it again, and she's like, oh, it's going, okay, we have to go, we gotta get out of here. Oh my god, what's that? We all, like, look, and we're like...
And there was a door at the other end of the room.
It was a cabinet!
Yeah.
It was a cabinet! It was a cabinet, and all of a sudden the cabinet door is just... Boosh! And here comes Marguerite!
Because it was just a person.
Here comes Norman Bates!
That's who it was. Because, like, it really was just Norman Bates. Because it was just somebody in a wig. Could have been a dude. I have no idea. I just was like, I didn't expect it at all. So I was just like, well, fuck. Like, let's just, I was out. I was just like, it wasn't even playing along. It was like, I don't want to get touched by that. Like, let's go. Marguerite, Norman Bates, don't matter. Don't touch me.
And we were all going so fast that there's our leader like, please wait, let me be in the front. I'm supposed to be in the front. I'll get in trouble if I'm not in the front. Like, slow down. I still have to give you a spiel.
Yeah.
We're all like, okay.
That was funny.
We all were like looking back, and then it was just like, and then I think like, after she was like, yay, thank you, we all kind of, like, exited. I think, wasn't there, like, still, like, there was a noise or something where it was like, oh, God.
Maybe.
Or, like, the lantern, like, they, like, shone the lantern, like, down there, or something happened. Maybe it was the second time, I don't remember. Something happened the second or third time we went through where they, like, gave us, like, an extra little, like, hey, get out of here, like, kind of thing.
And, you know, she told us, please don't tell anybody.
Please don't tell anybody.
But, you know, again, this is for people who cannot go.
Who can't go.
If you can go and you just listen to that and then you don't try and go and support the attraction, then, like,
karma.
Okay, I'm serious.
Can't get you.
I'm serious. It's just rude. It's bad manners. I get it if you live in, like, Hokkaido and you don't have any money, like, because you're an English teacher like me. Like, I get it. But, like, dude. But it's a fun attraction. I mean, it's not like, you know, I mean, I wanted, okay, for example, I wanted to go just desperately, like, if I had lived in New Mexico last year when they did the Five Nights at Freddy's haunted house in Las Vegas, like, I would have significantly less money even than now, which is bad, if I lived back home, but I would have made it work, man. I would have made it work. I would have gotten there. I would have gotten to Vegas, and I have no interest in Vegas, but I want Fat Freddy Fazbear, not because I'm creepy, okay? Not that way. Okay, I know the internet. Not that way. I just like Five Nights at Freddy's, okay? So, like, I wanted to know what was in there, and, like, of course, they wanted to keep everything a secret so that people would go, and, like, that's great, and I get it.
That's totally fine,
but,
like,
I live in another country, like,
everybody
I couldn't go.
who's never actually going to go.
I would have loved to go to that if I could have been even in the country. I would have liked to go, but I couldn't go, so that's kind of why, you know, if you're a big Resident Evil fan, like, we wanted to do it, you know, just let you know. And also, this probably is not nearly as elaborate as, and I think the Five Nights at Freddy's thing wasn't that elaborate because of reasons, but I still think that it was much more elaborate than this. Is pretty simple.
Yes.
You know, I wouldn't go in thinking that it's going to be some, you know, like the fucking Fuji-Q haunted house or anything. It's not like that, but it's totally worth going to. It's fun and like...
It's fun, and that's one of the things, like, I wanted to, like, just mention was that, like, here we are almost a week later after going. It doesn't matter that I've been 3 times and gotten both endings. I want to go again.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to go.
It was fun.
And it's fun. And you know, and I want to take other people and be like, you have no fucking clue what's going to happen. You don't even know Resident Evil 7. Please come with me. Like, yes. I think that's everything from us about this experience. They're churros.
I'm fucking white. I'm gringo. Yeah. Gringo with my jalapenos. I've never said that in my fucking life.
My jalapenos. Can you direct me to Cyrillos?
No.